yes, we're back. You know, I want to break down. I want to break down a beat. It's kinda lofi mixed with urban. Yeah, I want to break it down how I did it. All you rappers out there, to all you producers out there. So yeah, this is the beat. But I don't want to. I want to first break it down, then I can play this final plotting. So my original sample, I used a lofi sample from the memory lofi samples, summer school, the old school summer school sounds. So this is it, and this is how it goes. The original sample. So I first had to break it down to my tempo, because my BPM is on 100, so that's the speed. So when I put my speed there, I get a lot of it not matching. So I cut it down to fit my exact BPM. Then after I rendered it out, or you can render it out, or you can record it to an Edison editor. So I recorded it to an Edison editor in my own cutting of the tempo. Then after I brought it back here and put it in a fruity slicer. I sliced it up. So then after slicing it up, I took the its pitch up. So this is how it sounds. This is how it sounds after the final pitching. So after pitching it up, yeah, this is it here. So I pitched it up, I did declicking, and then I quantized it to the way tempo we're having here, and then I had to do beat so that it can be on beat, like kind of quantized at the same time. So that was my final sample. But then I needed something like a synth. So uh, I duplicated the same sample, and then on its mix, this is what I did. I went back here on its mix. Uh, this is on 10 on its mix. That's here. Uh, this was the original sample as the other one, but just I wanted it to turn it to a synth, kind of to a pad, something down, spice it up. So this is the original one. So I pumped it up. I killed the lows and the highs. So I came with the mids, and then I like kind of bumped the mids up here, and then I added another full experimental EQ too, and then I killed one of the highs. I need that kind of middle sound, that middle sound. And then I added some reverb onto it. Then on the reverb, what I did, I did some low cuts here, and then left a lot of highs on top, as I had now punched it up down. So I wanted to vibrate it a little bit, then put the wetness all up. So let's first see as I add one by one. add this EQ where I cut a lot of highs. Then I add some reverb to it onto it. So that adds in a lot of more old school, more of this, that kind of low-fi feel. So I added another reverb here. On this reverb, a little wetness. So this time I did some little high cuts on it, and then added on the here to this helps you to do a little bit of spreading, but not too much. So I added this reverb here. This is without. This is with. And then I added some stereo enhancer. This is to spread it more, like I panned it, little panning here. I just put this side to pan it, and then also the stereo step here to separator to pan it to the other side. So this is the final one I got. So this is how it sounds when you add all these two. This is with one, then with the other one. So I was done with my samples, like not really done, but for that level I had to go those samples, and then I came and on the samples I added a kick, you know and my kick, I used the energy kick from a sample pack I have. So this is how the kick sounds. So basically what I did to this kick wasn't too much. So uh I just came and brought back, I held it back so that it can be sharp, that go sharp like before it has to spread all the other volumes. So I came here and then I killed it. This is important. You have to come on here and you key the root note or the key of the what of the whole song. So most times you use the sample to know the key. So the key is D. Actually, here it might be a mistake. The key is D. So you come here and then root it to a key. C then D. This is the key. So since that is the key, so that's why you route your key to the root note. So this is a B, C, then a D. So it's a D major, so that's why you put your key. So this is how it sounds when it's finally rooted. And then another thing, I took it to the mixer, and then I gave it a max where it makes it to be too hard. This is without. This is with. Yeah. So then another thing I added a snare. So I added a low-fi snare actually from a low-fi pack I have here. So this snare, this is how the snare is. So I make this kick looped as an old school kick, but then adding some vibe for the new school thing, something old school lofi. Then I added something new school, like do 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 do. So and then I had to on this snare I did nothing big on this snare. So when you check my snare, um when you check my snare, I just added a soft clipper. This is to boost it up and in and the reverb at the same time to dry it up. So this is the initial one, and how low it is. So this is when I add a fruit soft clipper, and then a reverb to dry it up. So basically I just killed the wetness, added on the dryness, cut a lot of highs, was drying it up, and then soft clip I just boosted it a little bit. So and then I went ahead and added something like it's like a crash, something like a crash. So it's like a snare, a symbol. This one in the band instruments, a symbol goes tsh. So this is kind of limited to you know so basically on this one I just added a reverb. That's all. Just killed a little wetness, I dried it up, still added some wetness, then killed some little high. So nothing much that I added on that one. And then I went next to hi-hats. So these were my hi-hats. um these were my hi-hats. So on my hi-hats, I don't think I didn't do anything much on the hi-hats. When you go back to my mixer, I just added some fruit reverb, boosted them up, and added some little reverb, some little wetness, to them. So I didn't need a hi-hat that is too shouting, because I need to use this modern one to bring the urban vibe into it. So and then I added some 808. I have a pack called the baby pack. It's kind of round. Yeah, the baby pack. So it has some nice 808s. It has a lot of snares, kicks. So I got this 808, and then what I had to do on this 808 is just to tune it to the key. That's the key. So after tuning it to the D major key, so I plotted it according to the kicks and did some let's check inside. So I did some slides on it, like here. It's a slide. I did some slide here, which goes like, and also a slide here up. So basically, what I did on this is to side chain it with the kick so that they can sound better, mixing them better. So I create a side chain place where I'm going to side chain them from. So I route, I route, I route my, I route my 808. I route to this track only, and then my kick, I side chain. Side chain to this track, and then on this side chain I just put a limiter. The composition, I come here in the side chain part, and then I choose the kick. So and then on my threshold I just set the time, the knee, and the ratio, so that the kick hits when the kick hits, the 88 is quiet, but then after the kick hits, the 88 just comes up. So I set the ratio between the two, that time between where it has to kill and then where the other one has to come from, and also the threshold, how long is it going to take to come up, and all the delay and all that. So that's basically what I did, and this is how they sound together. So basically that's it on the 88, and then I brought in I brought in I brought in I went to have a plugin called went into Virgin Choir here. So basically it's a vocal basically it's a vocal basically it's a vocal plugin which gives you those choir vocals, those kind of church choir vocals. So here you set later they have AE, E with H and then the EE. So something like it goes like mm, that's an A. So any key of your choice, the attack, the release. So I put the attack down and the release down because I need my attack to be so fast, no any delay. So this is what I did. Like so yeah. So let's add all we have added before. We have looked at before and see what's up, how far we've gone, and then we'll see what more we added. Yeah, so that's basically where we are now. And then I added some hi-hats, but then these hi-hats were kind of urban and there to add in that feel that's in the hook. Yeah, I spice it up in the hook and make it run fast. So let's first remove these and put these, and then we see how it sounds when it's kind of roughed out. So and another thing, I added I rendered out the I had to render out to the sample and then bring it back as an audio here. This was to let me first did this. So this was to spice up the hook. So I brought it back, and this time when I brought it back, I just pitched it up high. I highly pitched it up because I want something to beautify the hook, something to make the hook go up, go so lovely to the mix. So I pitched it up. After pitching it up, I went here. I added some soft clip, like boosting the volume up. Yeah, so that's it, and I think so. Now we can listen to the whole of it. My plotting, but anyone can do his own plotting. So this is my plotting from all my samples to all the kicks. I didn't talk about the vocals. I added some demonic vocal, kind of to keep that low, it kind of demonic thing there. And then I added some African. This is the vocal. The demonic vocal goes like, just added some little delay on it, and then that was an African vocal. Looped from some just sampled from some video. So I think this is the final. Yeah, you guys tell me what you like. You could comment down there and I see what's up. You know, I'm calling all producers to, if you don't mind, I would send the sample through and everybody would, uh, those producers I know, the bad ones, you would do some beats on this sample and we see what's up you would come up with, and we keep this moving, So this is my final one. Let's take a listen.
Tell me about it.